Hi, my name is Debra Balch, and I'm a hostess for the George Barris Roadshow, and I'm here in a Hot Wheels store trying to find my way around and feeling somewhat overwhelmed. And so I'm going to call my good friend George Barris over to see if he can help me out a little bit here. George.
Hi, Deborah. How are
Hi.
you? Glad to see you again.
Oh, lovely to see you too.
Good, good. So you got yourself stuck into a Hot Wheels store with all, I'm kind of like a toy freak myself.
Yes.
In my place in Los Angeles, I got hundreds of these toys. Because kind of a memory right here, I've got one right here.
Oh, yes.
That's the Dukes of Hazzard, the General Lee.
Oh.
And the fascinating about this is that I actually built the real car with John Snyder and Tom Wopak that we drove during the TV show. So it was made from a Dodge Charger, and that kind of shows you that the big size and the big size, they go together. Of course,
Sure.
they make thousands of these, and we only can make maybe a dozen of the ones, the real ones.
Of the real size.
That gives you an
This
idea.
fabulous looking car. Gosh, George, this was another one I was curious about. It's so unusual looking, and it's called what is it, a Beatnik Bandit? Tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, the Beatnik Bandit was made by a very famous artist named Ed Roth. They call him Big Daddy.
Oh.
He was a striper, and he built these very unusual looking hot rods and custom cars, and they become big sellers for the toy industry, especially the Hot Wheels.
Yes.
But this is an idea, and they're called about 1/24 scale. They go by scale and size according to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Fabulous. And then I'd spotted this one. I'm somewhat familiar with this. This is the Batmobile, of course. And this one was built in England and filmed
correct,
there, I
yeah.
believe. Yeah.
And this was in the 1989 era with Michael Keaton. And it was a Batmobile made in England, filmed all the way in there, and it became one of the most popular ones that was sold. In fact, there was hundreds of thousands of dollars of toys made from this car from the full-size cars. So it's very interesting because it's one of the most favorite. And Michael Keaton was a great Batman. He was a lot of fun to work with.
Yes.
So yes, England did participate with Batman.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
In fact, we ought to go and maybe after looking at some of the smaller cars, but before we go and look at some big cars, what do you think would be your choice of one of these cars that you would like to have yourself from miniature just to a big size?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, to drive full size?
Well, yeah, but in the toy industry, if you wanted to buy one of the toys that was here on this rack,
Yes.
which one do you think you would like the most?
I think I'd have the most fun in the Batmobile.
Oh.
Is that very naughty? Is that very bad?
That's great. Well, now that you made your choice of Batmobile and you're from England,
Yes.
let's go out and see some American cars in full size.
So we can go out there and do chit-chat.
We'll
and
chit-chat.
Talk about the
We'll
cars.
talk about the motor cars.
Perfect. Okay.